All right. So the project I'm going to be talking about today is The Climb, and I am Jimmy Roberts. I'm a senior at DePaul, and I'm studying film and TV with a concentration in screenwriting. This project, The Climb, was a psychological thriller, and to just read you the log lines so you get an idea of what it is. Alone in his remote cabin, a man is forced to come face to face with his tragic past when he contracts an unknown disease that horrifically manifests the guilt of his shortcomings. And on this project, I was the writer, the editor, and co-director. So, not to give like too much away, but the basic story kind of revolves around like this guy at his cabin. He contracts this unknown disease basically, and then in this string of like present flashbacks, he ends up seeing his brother, who he played a role in his accidental death when they were kids. So there's a lot of guilt he carries over from this, and it's kind of like watching that play out in a present flashback sort of tense. So yeah. So pre-production for this project. This started going into development midwinter of junior year, right before COVID. So that was, 2019, I think, winter 2019. Then we started shooting that winter break. We had a crew of 23 people, and before this project, I actually initially only wanted to be a screenwriter, but after writing the script, I became so attached to it, I thought, like, okay, I'm going to write it, I'm going to edit it, I might as well try to direct. But at that time, I had no directing experience, so I got a co-director to do it with me, and it was actually a really close buddy of mine, so it ended up working out really well. And this pre-pro experience taught me so much about screenwriting, and it gave me a much better idea of how to write with logistics in mind, because we just had to cut a lot that was unnecessary, and then like converting that script and then a shot list and all that stuff, you just get a better understanding of like what you can include and what you can't when you're writing. So moving on to production and then post. This was again my first experience directing a independent project, so it was awesome getting to do that and to get a better understanding of how to write for directors. This set was in northern Michigan actually, so it was 7 hours away from Chicago, and it was a 4-day shoot. So we had the crew come out and we all stayed overnight there. I have a cabin up there in northern Michigan, so it worked out pretty well. We were all able to sleep there and film 8-hour days, the days after. So this experience was awesome, and it really helped me figure out what I wanted to do, after DePaul. And I definitely want to go into independent film, and I want to write and direct the short films I write, and hopefully, write and direct a feature once I graduate. And this learning experience definitely culminated in post, where you get to kind of like put together these inclinations you have in pre as a writer, and then go through this directing process and see what you can cut and what you can keep, and then go through editing, and then like it's just it was a really amazing thing. I grew a lot during that process. So moving on, what I learned, what went well. The crew worked great together. It was we had crew meetings every morning before we started shooting. We all got on the same page, and it's something I would definitely do again moving forward. We had extensive pre-pro planning, and that definitely translated over. We were really well prepared for anything that kind of got in our way. Um, Doris, our DP, her vision really matched up with mine and my thoughts I had in my head, and that was really vital to the story, as there's only one line of dialogue, so it was a very visual story, and having her talents kind of line up with my vision was really nice. And what I do different, especially if I was going to film again in the winter, I would give way more time for setup. And a lot of the shots that we ended up including in the final cut, they were one shot wonders. Like not many takes for that setup, and we just had to do one take and move on to the next shot, one take, and yada yada. I would have a few more pre-pro meetings about specific roles, so nobody got confused on set as to like who's calling, like sound, camera, action, that type of stuff. If your AD is going to do that, or if you're going to take that over, who's doing, file transfer at the end of the day. Just it'd be nice for everybody to know that ahead of time, so you don't got to figure that out, on set. Again, have a better handle on writing for directing, and then write and direct with intended shots and the edit in mind. That's something that I think is really important, and I want to try to do a better job of that in future shorts. I want to go into a script with actual images in mind of what I want the cut to be. And finally, this contributed a lot to my artistic voice, and it helped inform me on what the types of stories I want to tell moving forward are going to be. I want stories with universal archetypal characters, and I want the real nuance in the story to come in the emotion and the theme, and not so much the identity of the characters. So in The Climb, neither character is named, so the real thing that you have to connect to is the emotion that that you're getting from these characters, and the theme, and the archetypal bond of guardian and the guarded, and not so much like specific like identity traits. And I definitely do want to include existential themes, and focus on questions like what makes us human and why are we here. So yeah, that's a basic overview of The Climb, and an overview of how it impacted me as an artist and contributed to my artistic voice. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed.